Hi, everyone. My name is Brian, and we stopped at the last video with questions. So, sorry for the teaser, but I really wanted to slow down a little bit and go into these questions and have a just a little bit more time to understand why they're so important. So, let's look at one thing that is I would say the biggest problem that we come across is business owners say, hey, my digital tools are failing, or this isn't working, that's not working. And as soon as we ask them what their goal is, they kind of look at us like this with a deer in the headlight look. You got to have goals. Once you can establish goals and look at what the problem is, not the symptom, the problem. Let's look at what the problem is. Then we can look at here we are right now. Here's where we want to be. And this is the boxes that we got to check. So this becomes super, super important when you begin to ask questions. So, what do I want my tools to do? Again, this is where we start to look at that gap analysis. And these are the questions that you want to ask. If you're working with a website company, if you're working with, an SEO company, and you're not working with a growth and advisory firm that is specifically to digital tools, you're not going to have this conversation. So when you go down the road of beginning to look at where you are right now and where you want to go, speak with a number of different providers and really get an understanding of what their process is and how they like to be held accountable. In other words, key performance indicators. And we'll get into all of this stuff in just a moment. So let's go to number 2. How do you identify the weakest link? Well, you got to have an audit. We hear so often things aren't working the way I want them to. Well, have you done any type of analysis on what's currently going on? The answer is more often than not, no. Now, when you start to identify those things that you want to have fixed, the biggest thing that you got to put in place is process. You got to know where you are currently, you got to know where you want to go, and you need to know the milestones that need to be checked off along this project journey. It's not going to happen with a website company. It's not going to happen with an SEO company. You need to talk with an advisor. So, something that I hear often is, we're good. Okay, great. I'm so happy that you're good. Then why are we talking? We're talking because things are not good. And that's great. We understand. This is a pain in the butt to look at. Failure sucks and it just eats at the back of our minds, but we're here to work with you to get you through that. So what do? We begin to understand what needs to be dealt with right away and what doesn't. Number 5, no budget. Oh my goodness, no budget. So where are you spending your money right now, and are you happy with that spend and the results that you're getting from that spend? It's not about finding new money. It's about finding and reallocating dollars from low performing tools to those that are high performing. How do we know that they're going to be high performing? It's research. It's very, very simply research. And this is why we go back to a statement that I made in the last video of you need to meet with a company at least 3-4 times before they begin to say, okay, I got an idea of what's going wrong. I know how to fix it. Here is a statement of work. Here's an itemized cost schedule throughout the phases of this project. Don't be surprised if it takes 3-4 different phases to fix what you've got going on. It's perfectly normal. A growth and advisory company is going to step back, look at the problems, and then prioritize those problems to be fixed so you see the most return on investment out of the gate with the biggest problems being solved. Speaking of bad timing, there's only one bad timing, and that is refusing to do nothing. You gotta understand that if you say bad timing, you do nothing about it, you've made a decision. And that decision usually sits around cost of inaction. Are you losing more money by not doing something, or are you losing more money by doing something? I'm going to guess that when you start to do something in a phased approach, in a methodical manner, you are going to go, maybe the timing's not so bad after all. Let's look at those challenges that you're dealing with. Here's another thing that I hear. I just started with a company. Okay, why'd you start with that company? Are they treating the cause? Are they treating the symptom? What does it mean to you, the work that they're doing, and is it the results that you're getting? Are the reports indicating what you are seeing? You got to ask about reports. Too expensive? Well, we kind of already talked about that. Are you evaluating dollars spent, or are you evaluating return on investment? More often than not, prospects are evaluating the money spent because they're not getting a return on investment. Let's look at what the symptoms are and how we can cure those. We've done this before, and oh my goodness, we failed miserably. I've wasted so much money. Okay, what was done in what order? And were you promised results? Did you get monthly reporting, monthly reviews? Here's where you just got to ask questions. What do you want done? What was failed? What failed so miserably? And how can we do things differently? One way that we always act, and one way that you should ask for, is we're not interested in clients spending a whole bunch of money. What we're interested in is a client doing enough of an investment so they can cure the problems that they have. We're not going to, if companies are trying to goad you into spending and not giving you a reason why, run. Talk to the potential provider about the size of the team. We hear all the time, I got a guy. Okay, cool. We talked about that in the last video. One person is not going to have the skill nor the time to do everything that is needed for a client to be successful. So explore why you're spending the money. Explore the timing. Explore the team size. Do your due diligence, because anybody can build a beautiful website, and if that website's not being found, it's literally useless. It's a bottomless pit that most people feel comfortable throwing $1,000 or $1,500 in a month, and even if they get a little bit of results, they're cool with that. Instead of investing more dollars for a solid return on your investment. Remember, cover on page, off page, technical, and content. Those 4 pillars are where you need to be. And how do we demonstrate, or how would it be demonstrated that you're getting what you need? It's monthly reports. Are you being found? Are you being engaged? And are you getting the activity to your website with people dumping forms in and saying, hey, please contact me, I'd like to do this project. So whether you're considering working with Black Shoe, or you want to audit the current company that you're working with, look, we just want to guide you in the right direction, whether you do business with us or not. That being said, please just ask for guidance. We're here for you. So if you would like a PDF of this, give me a shout. There's the instructions. Please don't use a Gmail, Hotmail, or anything like that. Let us know your email address and how to contact you. We're not going to hound you. We're not going to bug you. We're not going to chase you down. We don't have the time for it. That said, if you want to have a conversation, we're here, and we're here to help you solve your problems. All that being said, we're pretty easy to find. You know how to catch me. I will talk with you later. Thanks so much.